She came into my life as a fan, moved into my house, then tried to ruin me. Let's talk about it. I'm not gonna lie, this story is wild. I never told it online before, and I never told many people about it. But since y'all love the tea, I'm about to serve it to you piping hot. Let's start from the top. So I met this lady at an open mic one day. We're gonna call her Lily. So Lily was already a fan of mine. You know, we started kicking it. We exchanged numbers. She eventually started paying me for studio time because at this point in time, I used to record different local artists in my city, doing their studio time, music videos, and things of that nature. So she started booking me for studio time. I took a liking to her. I thought she was cool peoples. We vibed out. When she first came around me, she was scared to sing around me. She was a little nervous, but once she started singing, I heard her. I'm like, okay, she got a nice voice. Like, you know, she has potential. So one day during a studio session, after her always coming to spend money with me and, you know, rock out with me, she came on to me very, very strong, like trying to have sex with me. Me, I'm not a thirsty person. You know, I'm laid back. I'm laid back. I was not trying to even go there with her, but she just kept forcefully, seductively trying to seduce me, and I eventually fell into it. So I fell for it, and I'm not gonna lie, I was not into the sex. For one, I really didn't even want to do it, but I ended up falling into it. And then I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not trying to be cruel, but she had a very, very nasty stench to her. And you know, woman, we know that some tunchi could get a little sweaty, but there's no excuse. We got a whole aisle in the store. like for real. I was turned off, so I acted like I was sleepy so I could stop and turn over and go to sleep without hurting her feelings. So, you know, I ended up friend zoning her. I still wanted to be cool with her. I thought she was a sweet girl, or she appeared to be a sweet girl, soft-spoken. I definitely believed in her voice. And she showed some sense of loyalty to me because she started getting out here and helping me sell my album, help me promote my brand. So I'm like, she said she wanted to be my artist. Okay, I could rock with you as an artist, but I'm not trying to do all that extra stuff. At the time, I ended up having some family drama. I fell out with my mother and I fell out with my sister, and they moved to Minnesota, which really broke my heart. You know, you don't want to fall out with your relatives. You feel what I'm saying? Especially when y'all supposed to be like this. But we fell out and they moved out of town, and I was so heartbroken. Like, she was actually standing right there during the midst of the whole family blowout. You know, all family goes through toxic things behind the scenes. No family's perfect, but when that happened, I really didn't have nobody. I was really in my feelings, you know what I'm saying? And she stepped up to comfort me as a friend. So we just got real super tight. We was definitely developing a bond. Something that made me gain more loyalty towards her, besides the fact that she was out here helping push my brand, was that she had like an old beat up Jeep in her driveway. I don't know how long it was there, maybe a year or so, that she wasn't paying to get fixed. So she ended up selling her Jeep, and she took some money and bought me some more flyers, CD covers, CDs, and something like that. I'm very appreciative. I'm like, okay, she rocked with me. So I also, in return, wanted to be there for her. Come to find out, she was about to get evicted, and her and her 2 kids didn't have anywhere to go. So me being loyal and me wanting to return the favor, I told her that she can temporarily come move in with me with her and her 2 boys. So this was supposed to be a temporary situation with her staying in my house. And I let it be known that we're not together. With her moving in, I was not interested romantically. I just wanted to be friends. I just wanted to do music. Of course, that came with a lot of emotional outbursts. She was a very, very theatrical woman. Outbursts, just all types of game playing. I just wanted to still do music and be friends and be there for her like she's been there for me. So I have another ex that I've been off and on with for 14 years. We're going to call this ex Mimi. Okay. So at this time, me and Mimi hadn't talked for a while because we had a falling out. We ended up reconnecting because that's what happens when you're toxic and you're off and on with somebody. We reconnected and we were intimate. I didn't want to stay the night at her house. I wanted to get back home. Obviously, I have somebody at my house. I want to make sure my house is good. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not trying to tell her that. I have somebody staying at my house. So she finds it suspicious that I don't want to stay the night at her house. So I leave. I go home. The artist is sleeping in my studio, and I'm sleeping in my bedroom. Mimi calls me on the phone, and she's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "I'm just laying down." She was like, oh, open the door. This lady now got in the cab, popped up at my house and told me to open the door. My heart like, because I already know. Mimi is crazy as fuck. Okay? Mimi is crazy as fuck. So I know for a fact that when Mimi finds out that this lady is in my house, Mimi's all hell's gonna break loose. So I go into the studio to tell Lily, the artist, Mimi's outside. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm telling her that, one of the kids goes to open the door for Mimi, thinking that it's me or their mother. Mimi walks in. You already know the vibes. We got the tussling. It was crazy. It was crazy. So in the midst of us going through what we were going through, the artist comes out of the studio with a big ass Ciroc bottle. And I was drinking Ciroc with the team, heavy back then. This was one of them big ass bottles. Like I think it was one of they like $50 bottles, $100 bottles or something. She comes out of the studio and trying to swing the bottle on Mimi, talking about some, yeah, bitch, I've been waiting to see you. She was completely out of line. Should have minded her business. Should have stayed in the studio. But that's what she did. So now Mimi trying to get at her and fight her. Somehow the cops were called. Maybe the neighbors called them. The kids called them. I don't know who called them. I'm not going to lie. Mimi vowed to get her revenge on my artist. And the cops were called that night. But that was just the beginning. I had no idea the lengths that she would go. The artist. I had no idea the lengths that she would go to sabotage me and everything I built. Y'all want part 2? Comment below. Nubian!